Chosen one, pause for a moment. Before the noise of the world rushes back in, feel this stillness. This isn't a random message crossing your screen. This is divine timing, tightening its focus. You didn't stumble into this by chance. This moment was arranged. Heaven aligned seconds, decisions, delays, and even your distractions just to bring you here. There is a reason your spirit leaned in before your mind could explain why. Chosen one, you've walked through shadows most people never saw. You've carried confusion quietly, questioned your calling in silence, and fought battles that left no visible scars, only deeper strength. You've often wondered why your heart feels so sensitive to pain that isn't yours, why you sense burdens before words are spoken, why you feel pulled toward purpose even when you're tired. It's because God has been training your discernment, preparing you to recognize moments like this one. And chosen one, before we go deeper, pause for a moment, hit subscribe, and comment "Amen" if your spirit is already responding. Because this message is about to speak directly to you. This isn't a click, it's alignment, a quiet signal that says, "I'm listening." Now hear this carefully. Somewhere right now, a woman is standing at a crossroads. Her prayers are heavy. Her strength is thinning. Her breakthrough is close, closer than she realizes. But it is waiting on a response that does not come from her alone. God is not calling you because you are perfect. He is calling you because you are positioned. Light has a way of reaching shadows through unexpected vessels, and today, chosen one, you are that vessel. This isn't about heroics or being seen. It's about obedience in the unseen. It's about responding when heaven gently presses your heart and asks, "Will you help me move here?" You may not know her face. You may never hear her full story. But God does, and He knows that what you carry, your compassion, your timing, your willingness, is exactly what unlocks the next step for her. Chosen one, this is the investigation phase of purpose, where mystery turns into recognition and recognition into revelation. The reason this feels urgent is because windows don't announce when they're closing. They simply narrow. The nudge you feel now is not pressure, it's trust. God is validating something deep inside you that you've doubted for too long. You matter more than you think, and your obedience carries weight. Stay with me, because what you do in the next moments could shift a life and ripple far beyond what you can see. The light is moving, the timing is exact, and a hidden truth is about to rise into view. Chosen one, take a deep breath and let this settle in. This moment you are in right now, right here, right now, is not random. Every step you've taken, every delay, every tear you've shed, every silent prayer you thought went unheard has been guiding you to this very point. God has positioned you carefully, intentionally, like a painter placing the final brushstroke on a masterpiece before it's revealed to the world. And that masterpiece is not your life alone. It includes the life of someone else, someone whose breakthrough, whose awakening, whose next chapter depends on your readiness, your obedience, your heart. You may look at yourself and feel small. You may wonder, who am I to make a difference? Who am I to carry this weight? But chosen one, God's ways are not measured by human scale. Ordinary people become instruments of extraordinary results because He does not need perfection. He needs willingness. Every hesitation you feel, every doubt creeping into your mind is normal, but it is not stronger than the calling that has been written on your spirit. Have you noticed how your life has been shaped, not by convenience, but by preparation for moments like this? Your willingness to act right now is the tool God is choosing to use. Obedience is not always comfortable. It may ask you to step beyond what is familiar, to reach toward uncertainty, to trust a voice you cannot see. Yet when you step, when you move even imperfectly in faith, God amplifies it in ways that you cannot calculate, cannot predict, and often cannot imagine. This is why ordinary hands become instruments of miracles, why humble hearts become the doorway for transformation. Can you feel it stirring in your chest? That quiet pull that says, "I am needed"? Chosen one, understand this. Being a vessel does not mean the weight of the breakthrough is yours to carry alone. It means you have been invited to participate in the flow of heaven, to let divine energy move through you for a purpose bigger than yourself. Every word you speak, every act of kindness, every step you take toward obedience is like a spark in the dark, igniting what has been waiting silently to emerge. God is asking you not to hesitate, not to rationalize, not to measure your sufficiency, only to move in alignment with what He has placed before you. Ask yourself, if not now, when? If not you, who? This is the invitation of the moment, to rise above fear, above doubt, above distraction, and become the vessel through which light reaches someone standing at a crossroads, waiting for a breakthrough that only your obedience can help bring. The timing is exact, the placement is intentional, and the opportunity will not repeat in the same way again. Chosen one, the question is no longer about whether you feel ready. It is about whether you will say yes, in faith, in courage, and in alignment. God is using you right now. Ordinary hands, humble hearts, willing spirits. These are the instruments He chooses to open doors that seemed impossible. Your movement is not small. Your participation is not incidental. This is sacred. This is precise. And your willingness to act may just become the bridge between someone's pain and her miraculous breakthrough. Stay present. Stay listening. Because the vessel God has prepared is you, and the ripple it creates will reach far beyond what you can see in this moment. Chosen one, feel the weight of this for a moment. The urgency you sense is not anxiety or coincidence. It is divine timing calling your spirit to attention. Right now, as you hear these words, a breakthrough is forming in a life that God has placed within your sphere of influence. Every second that passes matters. Every hesitation risks misalignment with what heaven is orchestrating. Timing is not random. It is precise. It is sacred. And in this moment, your action, your willingness, is what synchronizes with God's perfect rhythm. Think about it. How many times have you felt a nudge that you postponed, only to watch the window close quietly, almost imperceptibly? God's timing is exact. Chosen one, it does not wait indefinitely. The breakthrough waiting for this woman is not a vague future promise. It is happening right now. Every second of delay is not just a pause. It is a slowing of momentum, a temporary suspension of a miracle that was meant to move forward. Have you ever sensed that subtle shift in the air, that pressure in your chest, the feeling that something must happen now? That is the echo of heaven aligning circumstances for this very breakthrough. Timing is critical because life's greatest transformations cannot be postponed. The people, the prayers, the resources, the words, and the decisions all have to converge at precisely the right moment. And chosen one, you are part of that convergence. Your obedience, your courage, your willingness to step forward, even if it feels small, ensures that the breakthrough happens in its appointed season. If you delay, the window does not vanish with drama or noise. It simply passes quietly, leaving the impact deferred, waiting for another alignment. And that delay is not just a missed opportunity for her, it is a moment of divine synchronization that is paused, waiting for your hand to move. Ask yourself, are you going to allow fear, doubt, or hesitation to stand between her breakthrough and the perfect timing God has prepared? Every season in life has a precise moment of intervention, and when that moment arrives, it comes with momentum that cannot be recreated by waiting. Acting now is not impulsive, it is participatory. It is an expression of trust that God has positioned you to be in the right place at the right time for a purpose far beyond what you can see. Chosen one, urgency does not mean pressure, it means alignment. It means that heaven has arranged every detail and now calls for your participation. Your action in this moment honors divine timing. Your willingness to step forward is a bridge between preparation and manifestation, between waiting and breakthrough, between heaven's plan and its earthly expression. Stay present, stay discerning, and feel the pulse of this moment. The timing is exact. The opportunity is now, and your choice, right here, right now, ensures that what heaven has prepared moves without delay. This is sacred. This is urgent, and your action is critical. The ripple of obedience you create may just become the moment where her breakthrough unfolds exactly as God intended. Chosen one, listen carefully, because what I am about to say is not theory or inspiration. It is truth, divinely orchestrated. Right now, somewhere in this world, a woman is standing at the edge of breakthrough, waiting for something to move her forward. She may not even know how close she is. She may feel unseen, unheard, or even unworthy of the miracle approaching her life. But heaven knows, and heaven knows that you, yes, you, are part of what will tip the scales. Your response, even the smallest, quietest act, can become the catalyst that changes everything. Have you ever wondered how God works in ways that seem invisible at first? How a single word, a single gesture, a single step can move mountains in someone's life? That is what obedience looks like. It doesn't always feel grand. It doesn't always come with applause or recognition, but it carries power because it aligns with divine will. A call you make, a prayer you whisper, a message you send, or even a helping hand extended without expectation. Each of these is a spark that can ignite transformation. Can you feel that in your chest? That subtle tension that says this moment matters? That is the echo of heaven inviting you to act. Chosen one, your hesitation may whisper that what you do is too small, too insignificant, too ordinary to matter. But God's ways are never measured by human logic. Small acts offered in faith have extraordinary consequences. History and scripture are filled with examples. A boy's lunch feeding thousands, a stone toppling a giant, a single faithful act changing the course of a nation. And today, God is asking you to be the instrument of that kind of miracle. Not in grandiosity, but in alignment. Your obedience right now, however modest it may feel, carries infinite potential to shift her life. Think about it for a moment. How often have your own prayers, your own steps of faith, seemed insignificant, until you look back and realize they were exactly what changed everything? This is the same principle at work here. Chosen one, your willingness to act, even in a quiet, unseen way, can set in motion a chain reaction that heaven has already prepared. Every ripple counts, every choice matters. What seems like a small hand extended in kindness could become the bridge she needed to step into her breakthrough. What seems like a simple word of encouragement could become the spark that ignites faith. What seems like a quiet act of love could become the turning point that shifts the trajectory of her entire life. Ask yourself honestly, will you trust that God can use you right now, in this precise moment, to create impact beyond what you can see? Will you step forward even if the act feels small or imperfect? The truth is, heaven doesn't measure by size. It measures by alignment, by obedience, by the courage to act when the timing is exact. Chosen one, this is your opportunity to participate in the divine story that is unfolding, to become the vessel through which light enters someone's darkness. Your response can shift her life, not tomorrow, not when it's convenient, not after hesitation gives way to doubt. Now, today. Every moment you pause is a moment the breakthrough waits, but every moment you act, every word you speak, every hand you extend, sets in motion what heaven has been orchestrating quietly, perfectly, intentionally. This is sacred, this is powerful, and this is your calling. The choice is yours, and the ripple you create could become the very thing that transforms her life forever. Stay present, stay attentive, and allow your faith, your obedience, and your courage to become the bridge between waiting and breakthrough, between prayer and manifestation, between heaven's plan and its earthly expression. The ripple begins with you, chosen one. Pay close attention, because what I am about to share reaches deeper than circumstance. It touches the very heart of purpose. Heaven is not distant. It is not passive. Every act you make, every decision you pause to consider, every flicker of compassion that rises in your heart is seen, recorded, and weighed by God. Your response in this moment is not just about what happens next in someone else's life. It is about the alignment of your spirit with divine intention. God watches not only what you do, but how you do it. Have you ever wondered why some acts of kindness seem to multiply while others fade quietly into nothing? It is not coincidence. It is the energy of your heart meeting heaven's orchestration. God notices your intention, your willingness, your readiness to move, even when the act seems small or insignificant to the human eye. A word spoken with love, a gesture given without expectation, a moment of courage that risks discomfort. These are not trivial. They are seeds sown into eternity. Chosen one, can you feel that quiet weight in your chest? That subtle pressure urging you to act? That is heaven leaning in, calling your heart to participate in something far bigger than you can yet see. This is why obedience matters more than perfection. Heaven doesn't measure your strength or your eloquence. It measures the alignment of your spirit. It notices whether you are willing to step when it is uncomfortable, whether you are prepared to extend grace when it costs something of your comfort, whether you are ready to act in faith even when the outcome is unseen. Every act of obedience carries a ripple effect that only God can orchestrate. And the ripple is not limited to the person you are helping. It expands in ways that touch unseen lives, situations, and moments, building a chain of divine impact that only heaven can manage. Ask yourself, how often have you dismissed your small acts because they felt too ordinary? How often have you doubted whether a kind word, a simple prayer, or a subtle act of help could really make a difference? Chosen one, these are precisely the moments where heaven is testing the readiness of your heart. The smallest action, motivated by compassion and aligned with God's will, can become the catalyst for miracles that echo far beyond what your eyes can perceive. It is not about grandeur, it is about alignment. It is not about recognition, it is about resonance with the divine. Your readiness, your heart, your intention, these are not invisible. They are noticed by the one who orchestrates destiny. Heaven watches how you respond because your choices are the bridges between preparation and manifestation. Your courage, your willingness to act, your compassion. These are the tools God uses to create openings that would otherwise remain closed. And in this moment, chosen one, you are being called to participate fully, not partially, not hesitantly, fully. Because God is preparing a breakthrough for someone whose life is at a tipping point, and your response is the instrument that sets it in motion. Stay attentive. Stay present. Every choice matters. Every act of obedience, every gesture of compassion, every movement of your spirit that aligns with God's calling contributes to a tapestry that only heaven can see in full. This is sacred. This is purposeful. And this is the moment where your willingness, your heart, and your action intersect with divine orchestration. Heaven is watching, chosen one, and your response can become the spark that ignites a life forever transformed. The question now is simple but profound. Will you act in alignment, or will you wait while the moment passes? The breakthrough is ready, the opportunity is here, and heaven is waiting for you to respond. Chosen one, lean in closely, because this truth carries weight that the world rarely teaches. You are not being called to act for recognition, for applause, or for validation. This is not about fame, ego, or acknowledgement. Heaven does not measure the worth of an act by how it is seen by others. It measures it by alignment, by whether your will, your heart, and your spirit are attuned to the divine plan unfolding around you. And right now, that plan is moving through you, whether you realize it or not. Ask yourself, when have you taken action for the right reasons, yet the reward felt invisible? When have you done good quietly, only to see it go unnoticed in the world's eyes? Those are the moments where heaven is shaping your character, where obedience and faith are tested in ways that cannot be measured by human metrics. This breakthrough that is waiting for her is sacred. It is not yours to claim. And yet, your willingness to participate, your alignment with God's timing and purpose, is essential for it to manifest. Can you feel that weight? That honor? That responsibility? Chosen one being selected to play a role in someone else's divine unfolding is not a signal of personal greatness. It is a call to responsibility. When God chooses vessels, He chooses hearts that can hold space for miracles without needing credit. He chooses hands that are willing to serve even when no one will notice. He chooses spirits that will trust Him enough to move when the timing is perfect, even if the world sees nothing. This is the essence of alignment, acting because it is right in the spiritual realm, not because it brings reward in the earthly realm. Consider this. What happens when alignment is ignored? What happens when we act for recognition instead of obedience? The ripple effects are misdirected. Timing is missed. Opportunities remain closed. But when you act in alignment, even quietly, even imperfectly, your steps participate in the sacred choreography of heaven. Your choice to respond becomes a bridge between preparation and manifestation, between her breakthrough and the invisible work God has already completed to position it. This is why acting from alignment requires humility. Humility to move without applause, humility to trust without visible results, humility to serve without ego. And chosen one, it is also why the moment feels heavy, because responsibility, not reward, is the true sign of being chosen. Heaven does not give this lightly. You are part of the unfolding plan, and your obedience allows God's will to flow. Without your participation, the breakthrough is delayed. With your willingness, the miraculous moves from potential to reality. Ask yourself now, will you act because it feels good, or will you act because it is right? Will you step forward quietly, trusting the unseen, knowing your role matters even when it is invisible to others? This is the essence of being chosen. Not recognition, not fame, not reward, but responsibility. Alignment with heaven's plan, even when it challenges comfort, even when it asks courage, even when the impact is unseen until it ripples outward in ways only God can measure. Chosen one, this is your call. This is your moment to participate faithfully, to honor the plan without seeking applause, to move in alignment with the divine orchestration that has brought you here. Your willingness is sacred, your obedience is powerful, and your alignment may be the very key that allows her breakthrough to become reality. Heaven watches. Timing is perfect, and your choice matters more than you can yet comprehend. Chosen one, listen carefully, because this moment is heavier than it feels and brighter than it seems. Opportunities from heaven are rarely endless. They are precise, measured, and often fleeting. What you are sensing right now, that subtle pull, that urgency rising in your chest, is God's timing speaking directly to your spirit. Acting now is not about impulse or recklessness. It is about alignment. It is about recognizing that the breakthrough waiting for her is here, but only if the hand that heaven has placed within reach moves with courage and faith. Have you ever felt a moment pass so quietly that you only realized later it had been the turning point? Divine opportunities operate like this. They do not shout. They arrive softly, almost invisibly, until they are gone. And chosen one, this moment is exactly that kind of opportunity. Waiting too long risks losing the momentum that heaven has carefully orchestrated. Every second you hesitate, the alignment begins to shift. Every delay allows human reasoning, fear, or distraction to creep in and cloud the path. But when you act immediately, when you respond in faith, even without certainty, you step into a sacred flow that only God can coordinate. Timing is critical because God's plan moves like a symphony. Every element is intentional. Every note, every pause, every beat is calibrated to create impact at precisely the right time. Her breakthrough is not random, it is prepared, it is ready, it is waiting for someone to respond. And chosen one, you are that someone. Your willingness to act now ensures that the divine orchestration unfolds without delay, that what has been prepared in heaven is delivered in alignment with perfect timing. Have you felt the weight of responsibility that comes with being in the right place at the right moment? That is what this is. Consider the ripple effect. A single act, a call, a message, a prayer, a gesture of help can ignite movement far beyond what you can see. Delay diminishes the effect. Immediate action amplifies it. God's orchestration depends on your participation. He does not move without inviting you in. And you may feel uncertain, hesitant, or inadequate. That is natural. But chosen one, heaven's timing does not wait for your perfection. It waits for your faith. It waits for your willingness to step forward, to obey, to participate in the plan that only God fully sees. Ask yourself, if not now, when? If not me, who? This is not fear speaking. This is responsibility stirring within your spirit. Acting now does not just protect the opportunity, it ensures the momentum that can turn potential into reality. Her breakthrough, the moment she has been praying for, the shift that can alter her path, all depend on what happens in this window. Windows like this do not remain open indefinitely. The timing is exact, the moment is present, and your action is the catalyst that bridges preparation with manifestation. Chosen one, heaven has positioned you precisely here for this purpose. Acting now is sacred. Acting now is alignment. Acting now is the difference between waiting and breakthrough, between pause and transformation. Every hesitation risks delay. Every step of faith releases momentum. This is why you feel the urgency rising in your spirit, because God is not just calling her forward. He is calling you to participate. He is calling you to act, to respond, and to honor the timing that only He can orchestrate. So rise to this moment. Listen closely, move with courage, respond immediately. Because the opportunity is here, the breakthrough is ready, and your participation ensures that God's plan unfolds exactly as He intended. Your obedience now is the spark that allows heaven's design to move from preparation into manifestation. The timing is perfect, and your action matters more than you can yet see.